Thank you for joining me today. This is day 8 of the 30-day challenge. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. My name is Andrea, and for these challenges, I will be wearing this 20-pound weighted vest. That's like the biggest craze right now in fitness, especially for anyone in their middle age, women especially, because our bone density just really starts decreasing as we age, due to hormones and such. As we get older, our hormones decrease, and then it just causes a chain reaction in our body. But I will be here every day with this 20-pound weighted vest, and I know we have several people who have been here every single day. This is day 8. So hello, welcome. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And whenever I go live, you will be notified. So I am coming to you today from colorful Colorado. So how are we doing, fam? Let's do a check-in. How do you feel like your goals are going? Maybe fitness goals? I would love to hear it. So drop it in the chat if you're live with me now. If you are not live, put it in the comments and I'll be able to follow along there. Again, this is day 8 of the 30-day challenge. So for me, the weighted vest was new to me. So, I saw like one thing on Instagram, and then of course, good old social media, it starts blasting it in your face. So all about this weighted vest, right? It's a group of women are like meeting up, all wearing weighted vests, they're walking. It's really great for you, these weighted vests. So if you're just starting your exercise routine, you definitely don't have to wear a weighted vest. Actually, I would tell you to just get used to walking first. And then once you're used to it, then you can go ahead and bump it up, right? Scaffold it up and throw on the weighted vest. So again, thank you for joining and being on this journey with me. So sorry if it's a little noisy, but here in Colorado, due to the I believe it's the mountains, honestly, it's really hard to get cell service. So you kind of have to be in areas that are super populated with shopping malls and such. So it's kind of forcing me to get off the trails. Hi, thank you for joining. If you can hear my audio, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So anyways, yeah, so I kind of can't really go on the trails because for the live streaming, it was just, the quality was terrible. So I'm stuck going in these populated areas. Now, if I was just filming it and not live streaming it, it wouldn't matter. But since I don't know how that car passed emissions, but somehow it did. So thank you for joining. If you are new to the channel, my name is Andrea. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. So, I know I sound breathy. We moved here like a month and a half ago from California, which is basically at sea level, and I am currently at 7,000 feet. So here, I gotta show you this. I know I've mentioned this before about, we're really close to the Air Force Base. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, right there. Do you see the airplane? So I believe these are students. See, it's like right there. I believe these are students that go to the Air Force Academy, and you see these planes flying. Again, that's the beautiful mountains in Colorado. So I know I've mentioned those airplanes before, and it's pretty cool. On clear days, you'll see even like 5 to 10 airplanes up in the sky, and you'll even see people parachuting out. So really, really, really cool. But go ahead and where are you at? I told you I'm in Colorado. I would love to hear where you're standing right now. Are you maybe in Colorado? Are you maybe in New York? Maybe you're in California, maybe even another country. So I would love to hear where everyone is joining from. So go ahead and throw it in the chat. And again, thank you for joining me. This is day 8 of a 30-day challenge. And if my audio is good, can you give me a thumbs up? The one thing about these live streams, if people don't tell me like, oh yeah, the audio is good or it's not, I don't know until the live stream is over. So if you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up or throw a heart in the chat or something that lets me know that you can see me, you can hear me, and all is good. I know earlier this week I did a live stream 30-some minutes long just to find out that the audio was off the entire time. I guess my mic didn't link up. Minnesota. Okay, you can hear me, TJ? Great. I love, okay, are you walking with me today? And is this also Minnesota, TJ, is this your first time joining the live stream, or have you been here with me before? I know I've had several people who have been here since day 1, and that is awesome. I absolutely love that. You know, I've said it before, it's like the buddy system. So exercise programs are more successful, you know, the studies say this, exercise programs are more successful when you have a buddy system, when, you know, you're working out with a friend or what have you. Because think about it, if you're on the times that you've maybe had, you know, you and a best friend or something, like, okay, we are going to go to the gym 5 days a week, right? And if you know you're meeting your friend at the gym, even if you're exhausted and you don't feel like going, like you feel like you can't cancel on your friend, right? And that's the buddy system. Your first time, awesome, TJ. So again, this is day 8 of a 30-day challenge. And for the other 7 live streams that I've done, they are saved. So all the live streams get saved and uploaded. They all upload to a playlist, the 30-day challenge playlist. So don't worry, TJ, if you want to go back through and maybe join from the beginning, you can do that, or if not, that's fine too. But I'm definitely uploading all them to the playlist so people can kind of, you know, not every day are you going to be able to log on when I log on, and that's perfectly fine. We all have life, right? Work, family, you know, everything else. So you can log on at your own leisure and just go to the playlist, and you can join any of the walks. So Rocky River. Hi Rocky River. How are you? So are you in Colorado? I'm thinking, you know, Rocky Mountains, I don't know. So how is everyone doing today? And thank you once again for joining. It's, you know, I could have definitely done this challenge on my own, but that doesn't seem fun. So I'm like, you know what? There has to be other people just like me. Other people that have kind of, you know, just been busy with life and work and family and really haven't taken much time out for yourself. So That's why I decided to do this challenge and invite you all with me, because I know I'm not the only one that's, put my family and everyone else way ahead of me, right? And then you kind of lose yourself, and you kind of don't feel that healthy. You haven't been active. You've been, kind of in a slump. So I'm like, we can do this together, me and you, and every day we can walk together, right? And thank you so much for joining me. That really means a lot to me, because I definitely don't want to do this on my own. So again, I'm wearing a 20-pound weighted vest. I put a link, and there's a link in the description, and also there will be something tagged here. So TJ, I can kind of see what you're saying, but not really. So let's talk about what have you done today that you're most proud of. Maybe it was getting out of bed. Maybe it was, maybe this is your second workout of the day. Maybe you were able to get the kids ready and out the door and no one was fighting, right? What did you do today that you were most proud of? I know I said yesterday I was proud of not feeling like getting out of bed, but I did. I got out of bed, right? The alarm went off at 5 and I was so tired. I was sleeping so good. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I did anyways, right? And then I went for a long run in the morning. I still, showed up with you guys and did the 30-day challenge, and life was good and I felt great all day, right? And that was what I was most proud of yesterday. Well, today rolls around, the same thing. The alarm went off at 5 a.m. I didn't feel like getting out of bed. Hi, how are you? Have a good, you have a good one. And I got out of bed and I did a workout this morning and everything is good, and so sometimes, even if what you're proud of might seem so small, or like, oh, it might seem small to someone else. Hey, if you're proud of it, then you're proud of it. There was that one guy he was like the big Marine that spoke at that school. I forget the whole speech, right? It was a college graduation. But he said, when you get out of bed, every morning, make your bed. Because if anything, at least you've accomplished that, right? You get out of bed, you make your bed. So even if you do nothing else that day, you can say, hey, I made my bed today, right? So this is the same thing. You don't have to do something extravagant and, I don't know, to be proud of it. Even if you just got out of bed today, and that, that is fine. It's not every day you feel like getting out of bed and getting active, but we know it's important for us, right? So for those of you just joining, I am walking for the 30-day challenge. This is day 8. I'm wearing a 20-pound weighted vest, and go ahead and look it up, but all the benefits to this weighted vest are, it increases, let me turn around because I'm starting to lose service here. So it increases the metabolic rate, which, for each workout, you're going to burn more fat, right? It does make the workouts more challenging. And so, everyone knows that walking is a low impact sport compared to like running. So, but you can boost that up and not just walk, but now you can add on, a weighted vest. Maybe you want to add a 5-pound vest, maybe a 10-pound vest. They even have a 50-pound vest. I'm not there. I don't know if I'll ever be there to wear a 50-pound weighted vest, but this 20-pound weighted vest is working really good for me right now. So things I have noticed, and this is day 8 of the challenge, is I've noticed my posture has been better. And I've had chronic back pain since I've had my son. So I've had acupuncture, always getting massages, right? But let me tell you, since I've started wearing this weighted vest, I have not had any back issues. Now, it could be a coincidence, right? I don't know. All I do know is I haven't had any back issues, not any back pain since I've started this challenge. And it's not like I'm stretching differently or doing anything differently. The only thing I am doing is walking with this weighted vest. So for those of you who this is your first time at the challenge, I've talked about this before, but I'll go ahead and I'm doing a ultra marathon, so that's my big goal. I would say for this year, but the ultra is in March. I'll be training for it all year though, and the beginning of next year. So that is my big goal for this year. So the thing with this ultra, it is a trail run, and I'm not a trail girl at all. I've done marathons, Ironman, but I've never done trail, so this will be the first. So the ultra that I'm doing is Antelope Canyon. So I know I've had friends that do ultras and they're like, oh, don't do that one, it's terrible. Like, the sand dunes and all that, but I'm not doing it for time. I'm literally just doing it to finish, right? The sights are beautiful. I can't wait. I've watched YouTube videos and it just looks gorgeous. You go around Horseshoe Bend, you go through the slot canyons, but it's a lot of agility type stuff. So like you climb up rocks, you go through sand dunes, which everyone thinks is the worst part of it. I don't know. I'll be able to tell you in March after I do the race. But and also once you go through the slot canyons, I'm really excited about that too. I'm telling you, if you've never heard of this race, or go ahead and just watch a YouTube video. It's called Antelope Canyon Ultra, and the course is absolutely beautiful. So I'm like, even if I have to do a lot of walk run, what a beautiful place to do it, right? The sights are just phenomenal. So I'm so excited for that. And this will be the first race, the first big thing that I've done since having my son, 4.5 years ago. So I'm like, it's time for mom to get active and for mom to have a little me time, right? So anyways, with it's a part of self-care, and they always say you can't pour from an empty cup, right? And my main focus when I had my son was just, keeping my son alive, happy, healthy, right? Making sure everything in the house, moms are in charge of a lot, right? We have to make sure everyone's fed, taking vitamins, healthy, right? We have a big job to do, even for the stay-at-home moms. It's a big job being mom, right? So that's a part of self-care. And I never realized how much they mean. Oh, now I see you can't pour from an empty cup. And now I know what that feels like, because I felt like for a while I was pouring out of an empty cup, and it's not easy, So anyone else here with me feel that same way of just being mom, or maybe dad? Maybe you're a single dad, right? Trying to do it all, trying to play mom and dad. There's a lot of single moms that are playing mom and dad. I have friends who, single parents, and they're playing both mom and dad. And I'm like, gosh, I'm only playing mom, and that's hard. I can only imagine what it's like having to be mom and dad. So kudos to all the single parents out there, getting it done, because that is awesome. And it's so hard. And I don't think people recognize how hard and challenging it is playing both roles. But anyhow, so if you've ever had to pour from an empty cup, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so hard, and you can do it. You can do it for a while. And then comes a time when you, hi little Jay, how are you? Then comes a time when you can no longer pour from an empty cup. And then you're like, okay, I need a little self-care time, right? So what does self-care look like for you? Is it maybe a day fishing? Is it maybe a weekend away? You're doing good? Good. Thank you for joining. This is day 8 of the 30-day challenge. I know for some people, self-care might be going to the salon and getting your hair done. Maybe it's getting a massage. Maybe it's going out and hiking, right? Self-care looks different for everyone. So this is what I'm doing, a part of my self-care. I'm doing that Antelope Canyon Ultra, and so all the training up to it is all going to be self-care. I'm very active, and it's just something that I love to do. Getting back to me and what's important for me, right? Because I need to make sure that I'm not pouring from an empty cup, right? Because that's not good. Like I mentioned earlier, you can only pour from an empty cup for so long. Yes, you were here last time. Thank you for joining again. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Andrea. Hold on, let me see, let me cross the road here. My name is Andrea, and this is day 8 of a 30-day challenge. So I will be streaming live, walking with you, hoping you are walking with me, and we can do this challenge together. So if you're new to the challenge, please drop it in the chats where you are standing right now. I am in Colorado, as they call it, colorful Colorado. We just moved here about a month and a half ago, and we're at 7,000 feet altitude. So when if you've been on before, you've heard me get really breathy when, especially if I'm walking up a hill or something. I'm not acclimated to the altitude yet. So I've just had to cross a few roads, so I'm not that breathy now. But it has definitely happened. So when I first started this challenge, I was going to trails and such, and now I have to kind of be in downtown areas, because if anyone's been to Colorado, you know that cell phone service is super spotty here because of all the mountains. So the quality, sometimes it would be okay, but then other times it would drop out. So now I figured out that I have to go to like populated areas, so near shopping plazas and such, to do these if I want to stream live. So, and that's exactly what I want to do, because I've heard from several of you that you've been here every day and you enjoy the live streaming, right? So I would love to hear, where are you at right now? Where are your feet standing? You can either throw it in the chat, or if you are watching this after it uploads to the playlist, you can go ahead and just drop it in the comments. And I always respond to anyone who has a comment. I know some YouTubers don't do that. I always make sure to stay very active on my channel. So it might be, 10 hours from now, 12 hours from now, but I always respond back. So thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can be up to date whenever I go live, and you can come live with me. For this 30-day challenge, I am wearing a 20-pound weighted vest, and there's a link in the description if you would like to order one. I also tagged a vest on this video, so whichever you prefer. But then again, if you are just starting your fitness journey, I would just start walking without the vest, right? Get your body used to walking, get your joints used to it, get your strength and endurance going. Then once that starts to feel easy, then you can add the weighted vest. So, yeah, what is your big goal for the year? I have a couple people doing Couch to 5K, which is awesome, and they've been joining me for that. I already mentioned my big goal is doing the ultra trail run, but I would love to hear, what is your big goal for the year? Are you just trying to maybe get a little more active? Maybe trying to firm up a little bit? Maybe have your clothes fit a little better? Maybe you're going on vacation, right? And you're going to be doing a ton of walking, so you're trying to build up the endurance. I would love to hear, what is your big goal for, it can either be this month, this summer, this year. What do you got going on? Like I said, I know I have a couple people doing a Couch to 5K, and I absolutely love that, right? You got to start out somewhere. Being active just benefits us. I'm an occupational therapist. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't know, I work with the adult and the older, the geriatric population. And the more active you are when you're younger, the better off you are when you age. You age healthier, you stay mobile longer. It just benefits you. So, I see a huge variation in my patients on, someone who's, say, like 55 and then 95. So I've had people in their 50s, 60s who are not doing that good. And then I've had patients in their 90s who are doing amazing and still living on their own. So there's a huge fluctuation